Hi, this recording is to answer 4 questions for my psychology class 110. The first question is, imagine you are the president of a Fortune 500 company. You started out as a secretary right out of high school and worked your way to the top. The vice president and CEO are always at odds. As an expressive leader, how do you resolve this social dilemma and restore order in the leadership positions between these two officers? My answer would be, as CEO in the company or president, if I was to keep witnessing disagreements between vice president and CEO, I'd be an expressive leader that focuses on group cohesion, attaining the goals, and at the same time prioritize the well-being of the company. I will begin to notice the nature of the disagreements between them, whether they become personal attacks or at business levels. If they are at business levels, I would advise them to reach a common ground with their issues. I would also tell them that they are representatives of the company and influencing their colleagues who are below them. And that we're not accepting this kind of behavior. I also would advise them that they need to be good examples to their colleagues. If it is a personal, I will encourage them to talk it out and resolve any misunderstanding. After a few sessions of counseling, I would expect some good change in them. If the progress is unsatisfactory, I would have to set out some healthy boundaries for them so that they are focused on the company's goals and their energy is not invested on vain arguments. Question 2. Name 3 types of formal organizations and explain how each is different. Also explain a time when you were involved in one of these types of organizations and the positive negatives it had within it. So the 3 types of organization would be voluntary institutions, coercive institutions, and utilitarian institution. A voluntary institution is an organization that we join voluntarily. The organization can be of our interest to us. For instance, a non-governmental organization. Since we join non-governmental organization on a voluntary basis, we can withdraw from its membership at any time we want. The benefits that we reap from being a part of this organization is some moral satisfaction, which can be called non-tangible benefits. People feel connected to each other by a common cause. For example, I was involved with a domestic violence group that helped girls understand that it wasn't their fault and how they can survive. They conducted various workshops and seminars, especially designed to uplift women and gain self-confidence back. There were a lot of positive experiences associated with the same as people from different diverse backgrounds that joined to help for the common cause. Working with them helped me realize how women are strong and can overcome anything. The second is coercive institutions. They are the ones we are forced to join. This can be a rehabilitation center, for instance. Joining a rehabilitation center can be forced by our family or friends. In such institutions, people are forced to be a member till a certain period of time. The benefits that they reap by being part of such an organization is that they learn corrective behaviors. However, members may not feel connected to each other. For example, I had a friend who was seeking treatment for alcohol addiction. He had to be admitted to the rehab center for detox and alcohol to get the alcohol out of his system and to treat his addiction. He stayed there for a period of 3 months. He explained it was difficult to be there and how isolated he was and didn't connect with anyone. He missed his home and friends. He also, upon returning from rehab, he was happy that he was free from his addiction and now can live a better life. Third would be utilitarian institution, is one which we join to gain some personal and material rewards. This can include education institute, for instance. People join educational institutions to gain knowledge and a degree to pursue. They are members of educational institutions for a pre-decided period of time. During their stay in their organization, they may not necessarily develop friendships. For example, enrolling in an educational institution for 11th and 12th grade. During those 2 years, you experience good exposure to platforms and you get skills and talents. The course with the teachers helped shape my personality. By the end of the 2 years, I had completed 12th grade education. The third would be an individual